See, I had a similar experience when I had that. I was falsely arrested for I was in Walmart with my gun, and I was with my cousin Scott, and Gator had fucked the manager's wife.
Ooh.
And the manager knew it. So when we walked in, he called the cops on us and said there are armed men in Walmart. Guess he was trying to get us killed. And so the cops show up. We show them our carry permits, and the cop basically said that doesn't apply. Those don't work in Walmart. Complete false arrest, but that's neither here nor there. But we were in. It was late. Like we were at Walmart at like 11 p.m. or something, playing the video games in the back. Like I don't know. I'm like 22 and Scott's 21, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And when we got to the jail, we're sitting in this like side room getting fingerprinted and getting our mugshots taken. And the intake officer is like this really sweet, like slightly effeminate and fat, sort of like John Candy character that we're like yucking around with, having a good time. And there's a TV monitor up in the top corner of the room that's showing the cells in the back, the jail. And it's like 20 black guys that look like they're having a dance party. They look like they're beating up a ghost back there that we can't see, that only they can see. Because they're screaming nonsense. Two of them are in an argument, like across, like they can't get to each other, but they're in different cells. And he's like, I'll try to get this paperwork done quick. Ain't no need for y'all to have to go back there tonight. You're not even allowed a belt in there. And I'm like, what would they do with my belt? Probably hang you with it. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why would you say that to me? We were so scared that he was going to put us back. I'm like, one of us has to, to Scott, I'm like, one of us has to call our dads. Paper, rock, scissors. Let's figure this out. And we played paper, rock, scissors 1 out of 1, and he lost. And so we called his dad. And my dad didn't know anything about it for like a while afterwards, not till it was all over.
But it was false. Like you could walk through.
Well, like I've told the story.
Was there a sign on the door? Saying no guns?
No.
I don't think Walmart has that, right?
But that wasn't even their argument. Their argument was that carry permits don't apply to Walmarts. And so but they do.
It's weird.
So they were charging us with some serious stuff. And when we got to court, the judge, he was like, oh yeah, those carry permits, they don't work for Walmart. And I literally had to defend us real quick. And like, I saved the day. Then I had a panic attack and they had to drag me out of there. And the judge said, Scott laughs too when I tell this story. But then I point out that he turned white as a ghost, clammed up, and didn't say a word. While that judge was talking about years. I bucked up. I had paperwork.
Did everybody on your team carry you out like Spider-Man? Like, careful, he's a hero. Like,
they grabbed my belt. Like each of them had like one hand like in my belt and the other on my shoulder. And they like marionetted me out of the
room. I mean, Jeremy, it was pretty helpful, but he didn't have to like move his lips like that. Like,
so I was like, the judge was like, yeah, those carry permits don't apply to public gatherings, and Walmart's a public gathering. And I'm like, I have this quote here from the Attorney General of Georgia where he refers to grocery stores and clothing outlet stores. Surely Walmart is also like covered. And that was the only thing that kept us from like going to fucking jail or something. He was like, oh, well, let me look into that. And then like 6 weeks later, they didn't apologize, but they gave us our guns back. And the whole thing was like, it just went away.
That sucked. That at least calls for like an edible arrangement.
I would have liked an edible arrangement. I could feel myself about having the panic attack in court. Bear in mind, I'm standing in front of like the big, scary, tall desk. That has like not just the judge behind it, but he's got like backup up there. He's got like a stenographer and he's got like a phrenologist over there for some reason. It's an old timey court. Yeah. And he's got like a bailiff. There's a couple cops, and behind me is the scum of the earth. Like I've been watching these. There's an Elvis impersonator in the room who had abused his dog. He's like losing his ability to own dogs. Like while I sit and wait my turn. Like DUIs and all sorts of bullshit. Terrible people, Taylor. The scum of the earth. and we finally get up there, and he's telling me that like he's like, well, those permits are no good. And I'm start having the panic attack, and I'm like, yeah, but the Attorney General Judge, he said this, that, and the other. And I'm handing the paperwork. I have copies for everyone, and I'm like, and I'm like, do you have any water? and I don't want to drink the water. My plan is to spritz a little bit of it on me because I know as goofy as that's going to look, if I fall and crack my head on the floor, that's clearly goofier. I have an audience behind me.
Where does
watching
being marionetted out of the room stack rank amongst the goofy outcomes?
Well, he wasn't even strictly there, really.
Regardless of the ranking, it happened 8 seconds later because they were like, no, they were very like, so whoever said it, I don't remember now, but they were like, no, we don't have any refreshments for the accused or whatever, something like that. Like I was in a medieval like fucking courtroom or something. No water for you,
like,
boy.
Jeffrey Dahmer had like a pitcher of water.
You shall plead thirsty.
Wash it down.
And so I had they see I'm dropping, I'm literally falling, and they scoop me up and they whisk me away to this back room. And immediately, I mean, 2 seconds later, there was like they're pouring Coca-Cola in a plastic cup, and they're literally serving me like snacks and refreshments like a second later. And then I hear the ambulance like showing up outside, and I'm like, time to go.
I'll take those orange slices, thank you. Yeah.
Dude, ambulance in America, there's a $3,000 bill coming your way. Run,
dude. That's what I was like, we gotta get the fuck out of here, Scott. Like we were driving away as the ambulance was turning in. Like we passed each other like strangers in the night. It was incredibly embarrassing. And that wasn't even my worst court embarrassment. That's it happens. What was court like for you? Was it just
I didn't have to go.
Oh
no, the guy was just like, just write the check and I'll go there and represent you and do this and that. And I was like, okay, so I don't have to show up. And he was like, no. So I guess it was boilerplate. Yeah, I didn't
what
have
if
to
he
put
wasn't
on
a
my
real lawyer and
sticky.
he just took your money and like they're like, you never showed up for your court appeance?
I go back and his office is boarded up. What?
It's a spirit Halloween. And he's behind the counter, pretends like he's never met you before, and no one will believe you.
I think that fucking Tiger King was my attorney. Like this was way before that, so I don't know what he would be in what would he be in 2015? Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Something like that. Fucking True Blood or something.
Yeah. Well, at least that was the only time you actually fainted in court, right?
Yeah, I was going down at one point in a preliminary hearing. They were listing my charges.
That's scary.
Dude, it was such a long list.
Had you heard them before?
Had
you heard them before?
I'd read them before.
Okay.
They don't look so bad on a page, even though it's like a cut. When you flip the page and you get to page 2 and you're like, oh, God damn. Well, that's not even true. What? This is mine. And then you're like, well, that's pretty awful. And they're like, there's a third page. Like that's pretty bad. But like in court, when the prosecutor's reading them, she adds a little sting to it or whatever. And it's just like, and this and that while doing this and in possession of that. And it's like, oh my God, this is... Shouldn't you say something about that? And I started feeling, and I told my lawyer, like, as they're still like listing charges, I'm like, about to pass out. I've got about 15 seconds. I'm going to hit the floor. And like that, because I know the timer has begun. And he's like,
do it. It's good for your case.
If he said that, I've been cool with it. I've even squealed a little when like as I went down or something. But like he had to hustle me up a chair. I had to sit for a second and like get my wits about me again. And then the panic attack went away, and I was able to stand again to hear the rest of my fucking charges.
That would have been like his Joe Pesci moment where like you pass out and squeal and he's like, do you really believe this man could have done anything even close to half that cool? This is clearly a cool guy.
Case hold water.
Yeah. Is it a maid service, or is it like a chain gang, guys with those sticks with metal things? Just walking through and sticking everything.
Guys with orange vests in there cleaning up.
I almost had to do that.
Yes. Man, I'm never gonna go back to breaking the law. I learned my lesson. Yeah. I mean, I think it would be good if he
I was praying for some of that.
It was it's how I met my wife, right? I threw the jelly down the stairs at the dorms in college, and when I got busted, they gave me a choice of like community services that I could do. I think washing police cars was one. Around the campus with the sticks, it's kind of not a bad gig, except everyone sees you and it's so embarrassing. So I didn't want to do that. I ended up watching people's kids. I volunteered for a daycare. I was like, this is where you send the delinquents for punishment? I'll do that one then. So I worked in daycare, and I was terrible. They had these like blocks,
Are they the
like
bad kids,
big wooden blocks the size of bricks. They were kids of the like student moms, and you could only build the structures like 2 feet tall. And I'm like, well, that's a dumb rule. Knock yourselves out, kids. Oh my God. They're falling on their heads. They're building little houses to crawl into, and they're clumsy and they bump into them and they're crying. And I'm like, maybe that rule was a good idea. maybe I'm not ready to watch children yet.